Welcome to the Chronological Bible Journey, where we discover God's whole story one day at a time. I'm Michael. I'm here with Noah today, and we're going to be your guides as we discuss Isaiah 63 through 65. It's day 209, Noah. Let's do this.
Day 209, and we come to the end of the book of Isaiah. Now, this has been a big book that we've walked through.
It's one of the longer books of the Bible.
Yeah, and it's got a whole lot of judgment and condemnation and a whole lot of prophecies, and at times it's been difficult to even understand what exactly we're reading, but there's been such great truth in this book, and the end does not disappoint in that way. We see here at the beginning of our reading today where Isaiah and the people are speaking back to the Lord, and quite honestly, they're starting to feel a little abandoned by the Lord. The Lord has said, this is what's happening. You're going to face judgment. You're going to face all this stuff and the captivity. And they're like, hey, we feel lost. We feel like there's no connection here. And if you could read for us, Michael, in Isaiah 63, 15 through 19.
Lord, look down from heaven. Look from your holy, glorious home and see us. Where is the passion and the might you used to show on our behalf? Where are your mercy and compassion now? Surely you are still our Father. Even if Abraham and Jacob would disown us, Lord, you would still be our Father. You are our Redeemer from ages past. Lord, why have you allowed us to turn from your path? Why have you given us stubborn hearts so we no longer fear you? Return and help us, for we are your servants, the tribes that are your special possession. How briefly your holy people possessed your holy place, and now our enemies have destroyed it. Sometimes it seems as though we never belonged to you, as though we had never been known as your people.
Now, they're talking from a pretty desperate, dark place right here.
Yes.
And they feel like they've been abandoned by the Lord. Lord, where is your mercy? Where is your compassion? We know that that's what you've shown over the years, but it seems like it's gone now. And they said, maybe we're so bad that Abraham and Jacob would disown us and they wouldn't want us to be part of their legacy. But Lord, will you even forget us now? Will you disown us as well? And if we're honest, Michael, sometimes we can ask those same questions of the Lord when we are going through hard times. It can be difficult sometimes to find his hand in the midst of a difficult situation. And in those times, it's so easy to look and be like, where are you, Lord? Like, I'm trying to follow you. I'm trying to do what's right, but it seems like you're gone. It seems like you're silent right now. And we've seen over and over again stories in the Bible where people have felt like, and we see it in the Psalms, like, where are you going to let my enemies triumph over me? Like, he's saying here, I thought we had something going on. Like, I thought I was your people, but it seems like we've never really belonged to you. Like, it seems like we've fallen so far. And I'm sure this was a difficult thing for the Lord to hear his people saying, because that was not his intent at all. And that was not his fault. It was no doing of his own. Mm-hmm. In fact, how many times do we see over and over again where the Lord warned them and said, hey, if you keep going down this path, this is what's going to happen.
And that's been such a good thing about us reading through the Bible chronologically, is we have seen him time after time after time call them back to him.
Yeah. And then the Lord gives reply to this question in Isaiah 65 when the Lord says, I was ready to respond, but no one asked for help. I was ready to be found, but no one was looking for me. I said, here I am, to a nation that did not call on my name. All day long I opened my arms to a rebellious people, but they follow their own evil path and their own crooked schemes. All day long they insult me to my face by worshiping idols in their sacred gardens. They burn incense on pagan altars. The Lord goes on to say, and look, my decree is written out. It is in front of me. I will not stand still. I will repay them in full. The Lord here is saying, hey, you never called. Like, I was here the whole time. I never abandoned you. You abandoned me. And the entire time I was ready to be found, but you never even started looking for me. The Lord here says, hey, like, it's gotten to the point. What I've said is going to happen. You will go into captivity. And that had to have been a hard thing for them to hear. My kids will do that all the time, where they'll keep disobeying, and then we'll get the consequence, and then they'll say, well, what can I do to earn it back? What can I have another chance?
It's a little late by that point.
Exactly. And that's essentially what's happening here, where Israel's saying, oh, okay, like, we'll follow you. And Lord's saying, all right, no, like, you've crossed the line. You will go into captivity. But what I love that we've seen true about the Lord's character over and over again, even in this moment, he doesn't leave them to say, hey, you messed up, you're on your own, you figure it out. He says, yes, this is going to happen, but I'm going to give you hope. Good things are still to come. He says, look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth. No one will even think about the old ones anymore. The new earth is going to be so good that you won't even consider, you'll never even have a reason to think back to this world, because this world will have nothing for you compared to the new one. Be glad, rejoice forever in my creation. Look, I will create Jerusalem as a place of happiness. Her people will be a source of joy. I will rejoice over Jerusalem, delight in my people, and the sound of weeping and crying will be heard in it no more. That's an incredible promise for this people who probably has quite a bit of weeping and a whole lot of crying going on because of what's about to take place. And the Lord says, hey, one day I will restore it. And we see in the book of Revelation, Michael, I'll get you to read this in Revelation 21, verses 3 and 4, where John has a vision in heaven, and this day will one day be fulfilled.
I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them, and they will be his people. God himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain. All these things are gone forever.
All throughout the book of Isaiah, the Lord would over and over again tell them, you're going into captivity, you're going to face judgment. But then he would always come back and say, but I'm going to pull you from judgment. I'm going to pull you out of captivity. You will return to this land. This is the greatest promise he's given them. Hey, one day, everything's going to be better. I'm not just going to bring you back to this land and let you rebuild it and try to reestablish. No, we're going to start over again with a brand new world, brand new heaven, brand new earth, and everything is going to be good again. You know, Michael, I used to think that one day, the Lord would just totally destroy this world and there'd be a physical new earth created. But then I started thinking about the verse that says when we come to Christ, we become new creations. God doesn't throw away the broken pieces. And I believe that one day the Lord is going to redeem this earth in such a way that it will be a new earth. But just in the same way that you and I have become new creations, he's going to recreate creation. He's going to restore everything, and it's going to be good again. And that's something that we get to look forward to today.
What an amazing thought. Yeah. And I can't even wrap my mind around what is it like for everything to be completely restored and renewed, like it was at the very beginning.
Yeah. And this is a prophecy that has not yet been fulfilled. This was given in the time of Isaiah, but you and I still get to look forward to this. He goes on in Isaiah 65 and says, in that day, I will answer them before they even call to me. While they are still talking about their needs, I'm going to go ahead and answer their prayers. The wolf and the lamb will feed together. The lion will eat hay like a cow, but the snakes will eat dust. In those days, no one will be hurt or destroyed on my holy mountain. I, the Lord, have spoken. In the same way earlier, he said, hey, I've spoken. My decree is made. You're going into judgment. The same Lord is saying, hey, I have spoken. This new world is coming. It will be completely restored. And that's an incredible thing for us to look forward to, knowing that we will get to experience that one day.
Well, and I love that this is how we end our time in Isaiah, by looking to the future and finding hope. We've heard so much judgment, but there is hope to hold on to of what God will eventually do at the very end. Well, thank you, Noah. And if you are new to the Chronological Bible Journey, I hope, one, that you'll stick with us and continue to go along with us the rest of this year. Be sure to click on subscribe or follow wherever you are listening or watching so that you will be sure not to miss an episode as we continue along this year. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.